Beloved, today I tell you this: your life is on the edge of a miracle. The universe has already heard your prayer, and the answer is rushing toward you faster than you can imagine. You may not see it yet, you may not feel it yet, but deep within you, a shift has begun. When you trust, when you speak words of faith, you unlock doors no man can shut. The divine plan is perfect, and it is never late. What you thought was a delay was preparation. What you thought was rejection was redirection. What you thought was a closed door was the wrong door. Right now, divine order is arranging everything in your favor. The money you need, the opportunity you seek, the relationship you desire, they are all on their way. You are about to step into a season where impossible things suddenly become possible. Do not speak fear. Do not speak doubt. Speak life. Speak abundance. Speak victory. Say with confidence, everything I need comes to me in perfect time and perfect way. Miracles follow me wherever I go. Expect to be surprised. Expect the phone call, the message, the breakthrough that changes everything. The divine does not work in small ways. It works in wondrous ways. Prepare yourself to receive, because what is coming will leave you in awe. Your only job is to trust, to act as if it is already done, and to keep your heart open. Life-changing miracles are no longer a distant dream. They are here, and they are yours. Trusting the divine timing is one of the most powerful and life-changing decisions you will ever make. It is a surrender of the human mind's constant need to control, to force, and to rush. It is stepping into a state of inner, knowing that everything is unfolding exactly as it should, even when it appears that nothing is happening at all. When you trust the divine timing, you release the heavy burden of worry, the anxious need to make things happen on your schedule, and instead you step into a current that carries you toward your destiny with grace. Many people live in frustration because they believe they are behind in life. They think they should have achieved more by now, should have been further along, should have seen their dream fulfilled already. This mindset creates resistance. It pushes against the very flow that is designed to bring the answer. There is no such thing as being late in the divine plan. You are right on time. And the moment your desire is ready for you, and you are ready for it, it will appear with perfect precision. The mind likes to believe that everything must happen immediately. It craves instant gratification. But divine timing works differently. Sometimes the answer is delayed not because it is denied, but because it is being arranged for you in the best possible way. The pieces must line up. The right people must be in place. The opportunity must be prepared. You must be prepared. There are lessons to be learned, strength to be built, faith to be exercised. If the miracle came too soon, you might not recognize it, or you might not be ready to sustain it. Divine timing is not slow, it is perfect. It delivers at the exact moment that will bless you the most. Trust means resting in this truth even when appearances tell you otherwise. It means refusing to panic when things seem delayed. It means saying, everything I need comes to me at the perfect time and in the perfect way. This affirmation is like planting a seed in the soil of your subconscious mind. Each time you repeat it, you water it with faith and soon it must bear fruit. You do not dig up a seed every day to check if it is growing. You leave it buried, you trust that it is germinating, and one day you see the first sprout breaking through the soil. In the same way, your prayer, your intention, your vision is growing underground even if you cannot yet see it. The waiting season is not a wasted season. It is the place where faith is forged. It is where your trust is tested and strengthened. It is the space where your character develops so you can hold the blessing when it comes. If you are waiting, do not despair. Use this time to prepare yourself mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Live as though your prayer is already answered. Align your actions with your belief. This alignment acts as a signal to the universe that you are ready to receive. There is a mysterious beauty in the divine plan. Often, when the blessing finally arrives, you will look back and realize why it could not have happened any sooner. You will see that what you thought were detours were actually shortcuts leading you to the perfect outcome. You will see that what you thought were obstacles were actually protection from something not meant for you. You will see that every delay was a setup for a greater display of grace. The divine timing is like an orchestra, with every instrument coming in at the exact right moment to create a perfect symphony. If one note comes too soon or too late, the harmony is broken. Your life, too, is a symphony, and every event, every encounter, every challenge plays a part in creating the music of your destiny. Trust that the conductor knows when to cue each instrument. Patience is not passive. It is not sitting idly and doing nothing. It is an active state of faith. It is continuing to believe, continuing to prepare, continuing to expect. It is saying, I may not see it yet, but I know it is on its way. This energy of expectation magnetizes the answer to you. Trusting the divine timing also means releasing comparison. You are not late because someone else succeeded earlier. Their timeline is not your timeline. You have your own unique path, and no one can walk it but you. The moment you stop comparing and start appreciating where you are, you create space for more good to come. Gratitude for the present opens the door to miracles in the future. So breathe deeply and let go of the clock in your mind. The very moment you surrender to divine timing, you feel a peace that no outside circumstance can shake. You realize that what is yours cannot be taken from you, and it will not miss you. The answer will come, the breakthrough will come, the miracle will come, and it will come right on time. Your words are not just sounds that disappear into the air. They are creative forces shaping your life in every moment. Every word you speak plants a seed, and those seeds grow into your reality. To speak words of faith is to consciously choose language that aligns with the life you want to live, rather than the life you fear. Faith-filled words are declarations that override appearances. They call things that are not yet seen into existence. When you speak faith, you activate spiritual law and command the unseen to manifest in the visible. Most people speak from habit, and those habits often echo doubt, fear, and limitation. They say things like, nothing ever works out for me. I can't afford that. I never get a break. And then wonder why they continue to experience lack, obstacles, and delays. The universe simply reflects what they declare. Words are like orders you send out, and life obeys. To shift your experience, you must shift your speech. You must train your tongue to become an instrument of blessing, to declare what you want instead of what you dread. Speaking words of faith does not mean denying reality. It means refusing to give reality the final word. You may be facing lack right now, but your declaration can be, I am rich in every way. All that I need flows to me now. You may be facing sickness, but your declaration can be, I am whole, I am healthy. Divine life flows through every cell of my being. When you speak this way, you are not lying. You are affirming a higher truth, the truth that exists beyond appearances. Words of faith call that higher truth into the present moment. There is great power in affirmations spoken aloud. Thoughts are powerful, but when you speak, you give vibration and form to your thought. You release it into the atmosphere. You send out a clear signal. This is why it is so important to guard your mouth, and only speak what you truly desire to see. Imagine your words as seeds you are scattering across a field. If you plant weeds, you cannot expect roses to grow. Each time you say something negative about yourself or your life, it is like planting a weed. Each time you speak words of faith, you plant a flower. Over time, your garden will reflect what you have sown. Faith-filled speech also builds your own inner confidence. When you hear yourself declare powerful words, you begin to believe them more deeply. Your subconscious mind receives them as commands and begins to work to make them true. For example, if you wake up every morning and say, today is full of miracles. Today everything works out for me. You prime your mind to look for evidence of that throughout the day. You become more open to opportunity, more receptive to blessings. This is not just positive thinking. It is aligning your vibration with what you want, which draws it toward you. The key is consistency. You cannot cancel out a negative declaration with one positive statement. If you spend hours complaining and then try to fix it with one quick affirmation, you are scattering your energy. Words of faith must become your natural language. This is why it is helpful to create a list of affirmations that you repeat daily. You can speak them in the morning, throughout the day, and before bed. They act as a shield, keeping your mind focused and your energy aligned. Sometimes, speaking words of faith will feel unnatural at first. If you are used to complaining or expressing worry, faith talk may feel like pretending. But as you continue, it becomes easier, and soon it becomes your default way of speaking. Your tongue becomes disciplined, and you find that you no longer speak lack or fear. Even when challenges arise, you choose words that affirm victory. You say, this situation is working out for my good, even when you cannot yet see how. You say, I am provided for, even when the evidence says otherwise. This is the essence of faith, to declare what is not yet visible as though it already exists. Every word carries a vibration, and the vibration of faith is magnetic. It draws to you people, opportunities, ideas, and resources that match what you are saying. This is why you must be so careful with phrases like, I can't, I never, I always have bad luck. Those words send out a signal that tells the universe to keep giving you the same unwanted experiences. Replace them with, I can. I always find solutions. Good things are always happening to me. A speaking faith does not mean ignoring your feelings. It means directing them. If you feel fear, you can still speak faith. If you feel anxious, you can still declare peace. Often, the moment you speak a faith-filled word, your emotions begin to shift to match it. Your words lead your feelings, not the other way around. In times of great difficulty, your words of faith become like a lamp in the darkness. They guide you forward when you cannot see the way. They remind you that you are not powerless, that you are co-creating with the divine. Speak boldly, speak often. Speak with conviction, and soon your outer world will reflect the power of your inner declaration. Fear and doubt are the greatest thieves of dreams. They creep in quietly, whispering lies that make you second guess your worth, your timing, and even your connection to the divine. Fear says, what if it doesn't work? Doubt says, who do you think you are to even try? These voices are illusions, shadows that vanish when the light of truth shines upon them. To release fear and doubt is to reclaim your power. It is to stand firm and say, I refuse to entertain anything that contradicts my faith. Fear is not your enemy, but it is a signal. It reveals where your trust needs to deepen. When you feel fear rise, it is an invitation to shift your focus back to truth. Instead of running from fear, meet it with courage and speak to it. You have no power over me. The presence of love and divine order surrounds me. This is how fear loses its grip. The moment you refuse to give it your attention, it dissolves like mist under the morning sun. Doubt often appears when the answer seems delayed. The mind begins to question, is this really working? Did I pray right? Did I miss my chance? Doubt feeds on appearances, on what your eyes can see in the moment. But faith does not rely on sight. It relies on knowing. Just as a farmer does not doubt that a seed will grow after it has been planted, you must refuse to doubt that your intention is germinating, even if there are no signs yet. Releasing fear and doubt is an intentional act. It means becoming aware of your thoughts and stopping them the moment they begin to spiral into negativity. If you catch yourself imagining worst-case scenarios, replace them with best-case scenarios. If you find yourself speaking words of defeat, stop mid-sentence and declare something different. This takes discipline, but with practice, it becomes natural. You begin to live from a place of confidence, not anxiety. Fear and doubt cannot exist in the same space as faith. They may try to come, but they cannot stay where faith is actively spoken and felt. This is why affirmations are so powerful. When you feel fear, say aloud, I am safe. I am guided. Everything is working for my highest good. When doubt whispers, say, I trust the process. I know my blessing is on the way. The vibration of those words immediately shifts the energy around you and within you. Many times, fear is rooted in the past. It comes from memories of when things didn't work out, when disappointment came, when loss happened. But the past is over, and to keep reliving it is to give it power over your present. When fear tries to remind you of what went wrong before, answer it with, that was then, this is now. I am not the same person, and this time is different. Every new moment is a fresh chance for a miracle. Some fear is tied to the unknown. The mind wants certainty. It wants a clear map of the future. But the divine does not always reveal every step in advance. It asks you to trust one step at a time. Releasing fear means becoming comfortable with not knowing everything, with letting life surprise you. It is learning to say, I do not see the full picture, but I know it is beautiful. Doubt also thrives in comparison. When you see others receiving their breakthrough, it is easy to wonder, why not me? When will it be my turn? This thinking breeds anxiety and makes you feel behind. Release it by blessing others and celebrating their success. Say, if it happened for them, it can happen for me too. Their miracle is evidence that miracles are possible. Their timing does not cancel your timing. Another way to dissolve fear is through gratitude. When fear tells you what could go wrong, thank life for what is already going right. Gratitude shifts your focus from lack to abundance, from anxiety to peace. The moment you give thanks, you invite more good to flow into your life. Sometimes fear hides in the form of overthinking and overplanning. You may believe that if you just think harder, you can control the outcome. But overthinking drains your energy and creates tension. Releasing fear means allowing space for grace to work. It is trusting that you do not have to figure it all out, that unseen forces are already aligning everything for your good. Fear and doubt are like clouds, and you are the sky. They may pass through, but they are not who you are. Your true self is calm, confident, connected to infinite wisdom. Each time you release fear, you return to that truth. You remember that you are supported by something greater than yourself. You stand taller, you breathe deeper, and you feel peace returning to your heart. Expecting the unexpected is one of the most joyful ways to live. It is stepping into each day with a sense of wonder, knowing that life is full of surprises and that the divine has infinite ways to bless you. When you expect the unexpected, you are saying to the universe, I am ready for miracles in any form they choose to come. You are removing the limits from your mind and opening yourself to possibilities far greater than anything you could plan on your own. Most people try to control how their blessing will arrive. They say, it must come through this person, this job, this situation. But the divine is not limited to your plan. It has countless channels through which it can deliver what you desire. To expect the unexpected is to release your rigid idea of how things must happen, and to trust that the way it comes will be perfect. You may think the solution will come from one direction, but life may bring it from another. Faster, easier, and better than you could have imagined. When you live in expectation, you begin to notice signs, synchronicities, and opportunities that you might have missed before. Your mind becomes tuned to possibility. You no longer say, nothing good ever happens to me, but instead declare, something wonderful is always on its way to me. This simple shift of expectation changes your entire vibration. You move from worry into wonder, from anxiety into anticipation. Expecting the unexpected is not about wishful thinking, it is about faith in action. Faith says, I do not need to know how it will happen. I only know that it will. Faith is the confidence that unseen forces are working on your behalf behind the scenes. Just like you trust that the sun will rise each morning, even though you do not make it rise, you can trust that the answers, the resources, and the breakthroughs you need are already on their way to you. Sometimes, the unexpected comes in the form of sudden solutions. A door that was closed for years suddenly opens. A person you have not spoken to in ages suddenly calls with the exact help you need. Money shows up from an unexpected source. A new idea drops into your mind at just the right time. These moments remind you that you are not doing life alone, that there is a higher order guiding everything. There is also beauty in being surprised by timing. You may have waited for something for a long time, and just when you least expect it, it appears. This is why it is important to stay ready. Keep your heart open, keep your actions aligned, keep speaking faith, so that when the unexpected arrives, you can receive it fully. The energy of expectation is magnetic. When you expect good things, you draw them to you. When you expect bad things, you push good away. If you wake up each day anticipating problems, you will find them everywhere. But if you wake up expecting blessings, you will see evidence of them all around you. Life responds to your dominant expectation. Sometimes, what comes unexpectedly may not look like a blessing at first. It may come disguised as a challenge or a change you did not plan. But when you expect the unexpected, you also expect that even surprises that feel uncomfortable are leading you to something greater. You say, this too is part of my good. This too is working in my favor. With that mindset, nothing can shake you, because you know that every twist in the road is bringing you closer to your desire. Living with the expectation of the unexpected keeps your spirit light. You no longer drag yourself through the day weighed down by dread. Instead, you look around every corner with excitement, wondering what beautiful thing might show up today. It could be a chance encounter, a new idea, a piece of good news, an opportunity that changes everything. This way of living turns ordinary days into adventures. When you expect the unexpected, you also give the divine room to surprise you in ways that exceed your imagination. If you insist that your dream can only come one way, you may miss the bigger, better way that is trying to reach you. Trust that what you receive may be more than you asked for, more than you dreamed, more than you thought you deserved. The divine delights in outdoing your expectations. It is said that miracles are natural, and when they do not happen, something has gone wrong. Expecting the unexpected aligns you with the miraculous as your normal state. You no longer live in a closed world where only what is logical can happen. You live in a world where the impossible becomes possible, where what is improbable becomes inevitable. Approach life with the same wonder as a child who believes anything can happen. Because it can. The more you expect unexpected good, the more it flows to you. And when it arrives, receive it with gratitude, knowing that this is just the beginning, and there is always more where that came from. To prepare to receive is to make room for the good that is already on its way to you. So many people pray, affirm, visualize, and hope for blessings, yet they leave no space in their lives to actually receive them. Preparing is an act of faith. It is saying, I believe it is coming, so I am ready now. When you prepare to receive, you align yourself with the vibration of already having what you desire, and this alignment acts like a magnet that draws the blessing closer. Imagine someone who is expecting a guest. They clean their home, set the table, and prepare a place for that guest to sit. They do not wait until the guest is knocking at the door to begin cleaning. They prepare in advance because they know the guest is coming. In the same way, you must prepare for the arrival of your answered prayer. If you are asking for a new opportunity, create space in your schedule. If you are asking for love, open your heart, release past hurts, and make room for connection. If you are asking for abundance, begin treating your finances with respect now, as if money already flows easily to you. Preparation is a declaration of trust. It says, I do not need to see evidence first. I believe, and I am ready. When you prepare to receive, you shift from waiting to welcoming. You stop saying, I hope it happens someday, and begin saying, I am ready for it now. This readiness signals to the universe that you are serious, that you expect your blessing, and that you will not reject it when it arrives. Sometimes, people unknowingly block their blessings because deep down, they do not feel ready or worthy. They ask for more money but secretly fear the responsibility of managing it. They ask for love but hold on to old resentment that keeps them guarded. They ask for a better life but stay in the same habits that created the life they want to leave. Preparation requires inner work, clearing out the doubts, the fears, and the limiting beliefs that say you cannot have what you desire. Part of preparing to receive is visualizing yourself already living the reality you want. See yourself stepping into that new opportunity with confidence. See yourself smiling with joy when the phone call comes or when the good news arrives. See yourself thriving in abundance, blessing others, and living with freedom. The more vividly you imagine it, the more your mind becomes comfortable with it, and the more natural it feels to allow it into your experience. Preparation is also practical. If you are praying for a new house, start decluttering your current space. If you are believing for a new job, polish your resume and be ready to apply when the opening appears. If you are calling in new clients, prepare your systems so you can serve them with excellence. These actions are like opening the door wide so that when the blessing arrives, it can walk straight in. There is a joy that comes with preparing. It shifts your energy from longing to excitement. Each small action you take becomes a celebration of what is coming. It says, I am making space because I know something good is on the way. This joyful expectation quickens the manifestation because it keeps you focused on the outcome you want rather than on the absence of it. Preparing also means letting go of what no longer serves you. You cannot receive with a closed hand. If you are still clinging to the past pain, past failures, past identities, there may be no space for the new to enter. Release what is outdated, whether it is a belief, a habit, or a relationship. Trust that what you release will be replaced by something far better. Preparation is not about forcing or striving. It is not about trying to control how or when the blessing will arrive. It is simply about getting yourself ready, emotionally and spiritually, so that when the door opens, you can step through it with confidence. It is about aligning your thoughts, words, and actions with the reality you are calling in. When you prepare to receive, you create an atmosphere of welcome. You live as if the miracle is already yours. This could mean rearranging your environment to match the life you want, speaking words of gratitude for blessings you have not yet seen, and walking with the posture of someone who knows they are blessed. Life responds to that energy. The universe cannot resist someone who is ready and willing to receive. When the blessing finally arrives, you will see that your preparation was never wasted. Every step you took, every action, every prayer, every moment of faith made the arrival even sweeter. You will look back and realize that you were ready, perfectly ready, for exactly what came. To celebrate in advance is one of the most powerful demonstrations of faith you can ever practice. It is a bold declaration that you believe your desire is already yours before you see any physical evidence of it. Most people wait until the prayer is answered, until the breakthrough has come, until the manifestation is in front of them to celebrate. But when you celebrate in advance, you set spiritual law in motion in a way that speeds the blessing toward you. It is as if your gratitude becomes a magnet that pulls the good from the unseen into the seen. Celebration is not just an emotion, it is an energy. It carries a vibration of joy, gratitude, and expectancy. And this vibration is exactly what aligns you with the outcome you want. When you celebrate, you are no longer coming from a place of lack, fear, or neediness. You are saying, I have it now, I am grateful now, I am joyful now. This shift from longing to rejoicing transforms your inner world and begins to shape your outer world. Think about how you feel when you are celebrating something. Your heart is light, your body feels alive, and you radiate happiness. That energy attracts more reasons to keep celebrating. The same principle applies when you celebrate your answered prayer before it appears. You are signaling to the universe that you are ready for more, that you expect more, that you welcome more. Many people hold back from celebrating because they fear disappointment. They think, what if I celebrate too soon and it doesn't happen? But this very fear keeps the blessing at a distance. Faith asks you to risk feeling foolish for a moment so that you can feel fulfilled forever. Faith is bold enough to say, even if I cannot see it, I know it is mine. The act of celebrating ahead of time erases doubt because you cannot celebrate and worry at the same time. Celebration can take many forms. You might literally clap your hands, dance, or sing with joy. You might journal about your answered prayer as though it has already happened. You might speak words of gratitude every morning. Thank you for my abundance. Thank you for the opportunity that found me. Thank you for the love that surrounds me. The form does not matter as much as the feeling. The goal is to generate the emotional state of already having what you desire, because emotion is what communicates most powerfully with the unseen realm. When you celebrate in advance, you also train your mind to look for evidence that your good is on its way. Instead of obsessing over what is missing, you begin noticing small signs, synchronicities, and progress. A chance encounter feels significant. A piece of good news feels like confirmation. Your faith grows stronger with each sign, and you find yourself living in a state of continual gratitude. Celebration is also an antidote to impatience. When you are waiting for something, it is easy to become restless and frustrated. But when you choose to celebrate instead of complain, you shift the waiting period into a season of joy. You make the process beautiful, and the energy of that joy speeds the manifestation. You no longer wait with tension. You wait with excitement, as though you are anticipating a party that you already know will happen. There is also a spiritual principle that what you bless increases. When you bless and celebrate the little you have now, you create space for more. Gratitude multiplies what is in your life. Even if your situation does not yet look like what you want, you can celebrate the progress, the lessons, the strength you have gained, and the fact that you are still standing. This keeps your energy high and your heart open. Celebrating in advance is not pretending. It is choosing to focus on the truth of your faith, instead of the illusion of lack. It is declaring that the outcome is certain, even if you do not yet see the path to it. When you live in this state of celebration, you make yourself a match for miracles. Miracles love joy, they thrive in an atmosphere of gratitude. Even science confirms that gratitude and celebration shift your physiology. Your brain releases chemicals that make you feel good, your stress levels drop, and you become more receptive and creative. This means you are more likely to notice and act on opportunities that lead you to your breakthrough. When the day comes that your desire manifests in physical form, you will find that your heart has already been celebrating for so long that the moment feels natural. You will not be shocked. You will be overjoyed but not surprised, because you have been living as if this moment was inevitable. You will be ready to receive it fully, to enjoy it, and to celebrate even more. So as you leave this moment, hold this truth close to your heart: something wonderful is already on its way to you. You do not need to chase it, you do not need to beg for it, you simply need to stay open. Stay ready and stay expectant. Walk through your day as if the miracle is already done. Smile as though the breakthrough has already arrived. Give thanks as if the answer is already in your hands, because it is. The divine has not forgotten you. You are seen, you are loved, and you are guided. The next doors that open will leave you in awe. The opportunities that come will feel effortless. The blessing that finds you will confirm what you have known all along: that you are supported by something greater, and that life was always conspiring to give you more than you asked for. Get ready. The season you've been praying for is here. Your miracle is closer than you think. Your surprise is closer than you think. And very soon, you will look back and say, "It happened, just as I believed it would."